How's it going, everybody? Jake here again, and today I figured I would do a room and setup tour for you. The camera is currently black right now because I actually have my hand covering it so you don't start off looking at the door. So I'll go ahead and get started. Let me focus real quick. So first off, when you walk in the door, I have a shelf. It has diploma, the prop lightsabers I've been making, or I have made in the past. Obviously, one of them has the official Covertech belt clip, and that's the one right there in the back. You can see it on the bottom of the hilt. Moving down, of course, we just have trophies, work documentation, glasses, lenses, and some of my favorite books over time. And below, old high school books, a dictionary, and more papers. Moving on. In this tube, actually, I have something that's going to go up eventually. Sorry that it's not very well lit up in here yet. My lamp in the corner doesn't really work that well. The top bulbs are not working, the actual sockets. So this is actually a big Game of Thrones poster that's going to go up on that wall, and I'll get there in just a second. I'm going to probably get it framed so it looks nice, and then those current posters that are up there will be moved. So first off, I have simple stuff. I have a magnetic dartboard that I can always shoot at with the darts that are over there on the lamp if I want to, with a fedora, which I've always had, closet, pretty self-explanatory, nice clothes, etc., and Nerf guns as well. In the corner, I just have my simple piano bench that's all folded up and disassembled with the cushion taken off and the stand up against the wall. Bureau, simple stuff. Got Bug poster, which I've had for a while. Tuner poster, which I've also had for many, many years. And recently I've gotten new stuff on the wall back here. So first of all, you can see a Keep Calm and Bamf On poster from forhumanpeoples.com. Signed by Philip DeFranco, who I'm subscribed to on YouTube. Awesome channel, does videos Monday through Thursday, about 10 minutes long, really keep me informed on the news, etc. Then I have two paintings on the back wall that are actually done by a family friend. She is amazing. I think her signature is right down there in red. You can barely see it. But they are of some local mountains that she just paints, and she could probably do them, probably one in a day, maybe. And then I have another poster up there, as well as a dream catcher, which I've had for years and years and years. I should probably take that down. But eventually, if the Game of Thrones poster goes up on this wall, this one will be moved here, or one of the paintings will be moved there. Moving down below that, I have my futon or my couch, or even my bed. Everything is nice and folded up currently because I do it so if people come over, they have a place to sit down. And it's couch. It's not just my bed, but it's also a couch, so I can obviously just easily fold it up and people can relax and sit down and have a nice time. So moving on to the desk, first of all, I have a Smashburger chocolate shake. Not that that's important, but I actually have an Amazon Basics Kindle stand right here, which I'm using for my iPhone. It's actually quite handy, as you can see. I have the charger right in between the two base clips, and then I can just put my phone in there. That works very well. I can put my Kindle in there sometimes. Of course, my Kindle is right back here in its case. I haven't really used it in a while, but I'm planning on upgrading to something else sooner or later. Here I have 2 movies and 2 games, I Am Legend and The Hobbit and Fear and Crisis 2. Currently I have all my games essentially on the computer, so I don't really need those physical games besides Fear, because you do need the disc to play that. But moving on, movies and game collections are going to go somewhere in the near future. To the right of that, I have Linkin Park discs and other music discs that I quite enjoy, and of course to the right of that more, there's Linkin Park Meteora, different soundtracks that I enjoyed from certain movies, etc. Right here, of course, I have my laptop, which is an older guy from 2009-ish. It sounds about right. Windows 7 Home Premium, nice Republic of Gamers background there. This is basically just for on-the-go college work. Some of the keys are missing. I'm probably going to get those replaced because it does look pretty tacky. But moving on, I'll go right behind that, and this is basically where everything resides. We have the majority of the computer parts here. Now, these are all the current parts that I have, which I will go over. So we have, of course, only one box for the many NZXT 120mm performance fans that are in there. We have the Super Multi DVD writer. We have the Razer Lycosa box. The SteelSeries QCK mini pro gaming mousepad, which I will get to in a minute. The current one that I actually have in there now is an old Razer that just wasn't really doing it for me. I have the Gigabyte Z77X D3H motherboard. The GTX 650 graphics card by PNY. It's the Performance Edition. I have cables and other adapters and stuff in there that I don't use. The i5 3570K processor right up here, or the box, which has another heatsink in it. And then the NZXT Sentry 2 touchscreen fan controller for five fan speed control. So that's very nice. Of course, this corner has no trespassing, violators will be shot, survivors will be shot again. I've had that for many, many years. Moving on, school stuff. Older. Well, I have a pair of workout headphones up there, as well as the old motherboard and the old processor. Obviously, very, very tiny little micro ATX board by Asus. Nice blue. It looks kind of nice. I'm probably going to give it away or sell it, or give it to somebody else who could really use the parts if they so desire. Moving on, monster cans, some knives, some speakers, USB extension cable, and school stuff, as well as planes, Stewie, and a giant bullet that's, I think, from an A10. I'm going to say it's an A10. Moving on, going right below, I'll go through literally everything that I have here. First of all, let me open up the laptop again, just for the hell of it, and I'll put on some music if it wants to go. Alright, well, right here, I'll go ahead and go through everything that's on my desk, literally. So, of course, I have my wallet. It's just something that always happens. And yes, my desk is usually this clean. It's pretty hard to keep it this way, being a college student, but it's not too hard. So, first of all, I have a homemade CD laminated coaster. Just because you're a geek, it's always nice to have that. As well as behind that, I have multiple driver discs for Razer, the motherboard, etc. Right then, I have the Logitech speakers. I forgot the exact model, but they are not USB. They are USB powered, but they do have a 3.5mm headphone jack that is plugged into the HD jack on the Gigabyte, the Z77X. Of course, 3D glasses from seeing Thor: The Dark World, irrelevant. Moving on to the actual hardware. Of course, I have the Razer Nostromo. You guys have seen this plenty of times. It is a gaming pad. It's fairly nice. I don't really use it very much, considering, it's kind of hard to hit the spacebar with like the side of your thumb, pretty much. But it's got the 8-way pad and then another button right here that you can set to do anything. Oh, I just did something. Oops. Moving on. We have another Razer product right next to it, which is the Razer Lycosa gaming keyboard. Of course, you saw the box. I've had this for a while. It's very nice. I'm probably going to upgrade to mechanical sooner or later, just because this is a little outdated and the mechanical ones are just a bit better, and the keys just are amazing with those mechanical switches. Moving on to the right of that, of course, I do have the SteelSeries mousepad right here. Let me focus. And on top of that, we have the Cobra high precision 1600 DPI gaming mouse, which it's really exceptional. I have had no problems with it. It has a blue button right here with the blue LED. Tap it 3 times and you can change your sensitivity on the go, which is fantastic. I might upgrade again to another mouse sooner or later, but right now I don't find it necessary. Right underneath that on the keyboard tray is the Logitech MK320 keyboard and mouse combo. I've had this for quite a while, probably since last December. It does go off of a wireless adapter, which is or a wireless receiver, which is in the back of the computer there, and I will get to that in a second as well. So this is always nice if I want to kick back and relax on the chair, which is right here, and you can always just slide it back just like that, and looks nice and neat. Up on the desk again, we have the Netgear N600 wireless USB adapter for my network. It's fantastic. I really have no problems with it whatsoever. And that's it. And it's actually in a little hub that was meant for another adapter, which I no longer have because it kind of killed itself. Moving on. Here is the Acer G235H 23-inch full HD monitor. Let me focus again real quick. I have a Republic of Gamers background on there, full 1080p, etc. It's literally fantastic. I don't have any Asus products, but the Republic of Gamers just sounds so badass. I mean, Republic of Gamers, it looks sick. I really like this design on the back as well. Then up here I have a Logitech C310 HD 720p webcam. I use that for my mic currently. I'm going to get a headset very, very soon, so we'll see when that happens. I'm looking at some Astro A40s, which are some of the best gaming headsets pairs out there. So hopefully that can happen and I won't have to keep recording using that. Moving on afterwards, I have a tiny little USB hub right back here, which just controls some basic things. It has the webcam plugged in, and I believe it might have this plugged in, I think. It's kind of a mess of cables back there, but that's, you know, it's basically how it goes. Moving on, I have the Skullcandy Hesh 2 headphones. They are pretty good. I got them a while ago in New York at an FYE in a mall. They're great. They're about $40. Sometimes they can get uncomfortable especially if you're using them for gaming, but they have excellent sound and they have not failed on me yet. They have gold-plated 3.5mm headphone jacks, and at the bottom of this you can actually take it right out in case you want better storage, and then you can just plug it right back in and you're good to go. So I have them rest right in the corner of my desk here. Very, very simple. Moving on to the right, this is basically the heart of it all. So first of all, I have work stuff, school stuff, you know, etc., markers, airsoft gun ammo, transformers ring, screwdrivers, blah blah blah. But right on top of that is what really matters. So this is the computer that does it all. This is a Thermaltake V3 Black Edition case, which with more hardware that I'll go into in a second. So of course it has the NZXT Sentry 2 fan controller right up here with the M-Disc LG Super Multi disc writer right underneath. I can go ahead and pop it out. Of course there's no disc in there. This computer is supporting the Z77X D3H motherboard with the i5-3570K. It has 6 gigs of RAM, with 2 of which are Crucial Ballistics, and 2 gigs are, or 4 gigs are Crucial Ballistics, and then 2 gigs are G-Skill Ripjaws X. I believe that they are both clocked at the same frequency. 6 gigs is, yes, it's odd to have, but it really doesn't matter to me. And I'll go ahead and turn on the lighting system real quick from also NZXT. This basically just lights up the entire case, as you can see. The computer is very, very quiet. You can barely hear it, even if you're sitting right at the desk. The CPU fan does kick up a little bit while processing videos, but since then it really doesn't do much. And to eliminate that CPU fan just making any noise when I'm editing videos, I'm actually probably going to switch to a liquid cooler with a radiator, which will be completely controlled sound. So right on the inside there I have the GTX 650 graphics card. as well as one of the NZXT performance fans here, one here, and then I believe I have another NZXT fan on the bottom, but it's not one of the white performance ones, it's just a normal NZXT fan. I have another blue fan up here, which I don't remember the exact type of that, and then I have a Thermaltake standard blue one in the back. So all of these fans are kicking air in, this one air in, this one is in, front one is in, bottom one is in, and only the top one is exhaust because heat rises. And as you can see, I'll switch through the temperatures here. I get very, very cool temperatures inside the case, and number 5 is the average case temperature, so I'm getting 29 degrees Celsius, which is pretty good. It's about 80 degrees or 83 degrees, something around that, but that's still very good for a system like this. So it has a Cooler Master Power Extreme 600 watt PSU. The graphics card, of course, again is the 650. It has 2 hard drives. It has a Seagate Barracuda 500 gig, and then it has a Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte, which is for primarily videos. Of course, it's very, very simple. I do not have them in a RAID configuration or anything, but that's really it inside the computer, as well as that LED kit by NZXT. It's only 1 meter long, and camera can't tell, but the blue, the LEDs, and the blue from this fan are actually quite different. The LEDs are more dark blue, and the fan is more light blue, but the camera kind of mistakes it and just mixes them together. So of course you can really tell I like blue. So moving on with the room in general, I have a Minecraft beautiful poster right here. It's pretty big. It's a nice simple frame from, you know, Michael's Mickey Mouse poster I drew 2010. Airsoft target, pretty self-explanatory, as well as jackets and other stuff, bow staff, lightsaber blades for stunts, and weights right down there. Vader, of course, and look at that, there's the door. So of course you can see my shadow, hello, and lighting isn't great because that lamp right up there does not work. I do not know why. Hopefully I can get it replaced, or we can get it fixed, or something along those lines. But that's really it for this room and setup tour. I'll go ahead and show you what everything looks like with the lights off. I think it's actually really cool. I did miss this. Here's my my drawer right underneath my desk, which also has even more computer parts. The guard, the wrist guard for the Razer Lycosa keyboard, which I actually took off, and just other cables and other parts that I really do not need currently, as well as a lockbox, rags, and a Windex that's in there so I can keep the glass nice and clean. And here's my bag for school stuff. And then right on the side, of course, I have the charger that is an extension cable. It's rerouted around the desk, under the desk, as you can see there, and that connects the fan to keep it nice and cool in here. That's really it. Of course, I have my keys over there, and you know, other stuff up on the wall like the Bart Simpson poster, but that's really it for now. The floor is pretty clean. I kind of want to switch to wood flooring, or at least get a rug mat so this thing can roll pretty well around. But that's relatively it, you guys. I hope you enjoy this setup video. Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn off the lights for you. Boom. And boom. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, it's pretty awesome here. Gaming at night is definitely fun. Having LED lighting behind the monitor would probably be one of the coolest things, but I don't think I'm going to do that yet, at least until I think I'm going to get a second monitor. Not this one because it's actually discontinued, but I'll probably get another LG and then just use the second monitor for other tasks and the single one for gaming. So I'm still trying to make up my mind, but you know, the gaming headset probably really comes first, or just a mic in general. Then, you know, other computer parts, etc. Really getting there. Hopefully I'll have some new stuff by the end of December, maybe even January. Of course, I will always post another video then, because I always like keeping people posted with unboxing videos and other stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this setup video. Please ask me any questions if you want. Like, comment, subscribe. Ask me any questions. I figured that one could be the music. This is a Porter Robinson Mikkas Remix of Unison. It's very good. I like it very, very much. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on Sunday, or with the next Let's Play episode, episode 6. So, I hope you guys have a good weekend.